You know, the kind of story that makes people stop and think. Someone says they love their partner. They come home like nothing is wrong. They answer messages normally. They make plans for next week, next month, maybe even the future. But somewhere behind that normal routine, there is another version of them. A hidden version. A version that deletes messages, hides details, changes names in their phone, and acts loyal in public while betraying someone in private. And when the truth finally comes out, people usually ask the same question. How could they do that? How can someone look so committed on the outside, but live a completely different life behind the scenes? But the deeper question is not only, why do people cheat? The deeper question is, what kind of person can separate love from loyalty? Because this is the part that confuses people the most. Many people assume cheating only happens when love is gone. But sometimes, the person still wants the relationship. They still want the comfort, the routine, the emotional safety, the image of being with someone. But at the same time, they also want attention, excitement, escape, validation, or control. That contradiction is what makes cheating so hard to understand. Because cheating is often not just about attraction. It is often about identity. Some people do not know who they are without outside attention. They need to feel wanted. They need to feel chosen. They need someone to remind them that they are still exciting, still desirable, still powerful, still important. So the cheating becomes less about the other person and more about how they want to feel about themselves. They are not always chasing love. Sometimes they are chasing a version of themselves they feel they have lost. Maybe in their relationship, they feel ordinary. Maybe life has become routine. Maybe responsibilities have replaced excitement. Maybe they no longer feel admired in the way they used to. And instead of facing that honestly, they look for a shortcut. Someone gives them attention, and suddenly they feel alive again. Someone laughs at their jokes, and they feel interesting again. Someone wants them, and they feel valuable again. But here is the part most people miss. That feeling can become more important to them than the truth. At first, it may look small. A message they do not mention. A conversation they hide. A little emotional distance. A secret they convince themselves is harmless. But cheating usually does not begin with one big betrayal. It begins with small permissions. They permit themselves to hide one thing, then another, and slowly they start building two identities. One version of them is committed, the other version is escaping. One version wants to be seen as loyal. The other version wants freedom without consequences. And this is where the contradiction becomes clear. Many people who cheat do not actually want to lose their partner. They want the safety of the relationship and the thrill of secrecy at the same time. They want stability from one person and excitement from another. They want trust, but they also want to avoid responsibility. They want the benefits of loyalty without carrying the discipline loyalty requires. And that is why cheating often says more about the person who cheats than the person who was cheated on. Because most people misunderstand this behavior. They think cheating means the partner was not attractive enough, interesting enough, loving enough, or valuable enough. But many times, cheating is not proof that the partner was lacking. It is proof that the cheater had weak private rules. A loyal partner cannot fix someone who is addicted to validation. A good relationship cannot protect itself from someone who enjoys secrecy. And love alone cannot replace self-control. Sometimes the relationship was not the real problem. The real problem was that one person wanted the rewards of commitment without the honesty that commitment demands. So the lesson is not to become paranoid. The lesson is to watch patterns. Watch how someone handles attention from others. Watch how they talk about loyalty. Watch whether they take responsibility when they are wrong, or whether they always blame the situation. Because a person's character is not only shown in what they say when everyone is watching, it is shown in what they allow themselves to do when they think no one will find out. Cheating is not only about breaking a promise to another person, it reveals the private rules someone lives by. Because loyalty is not proven when everything is easy. Loyalty is proven in the moments where someone has the chance to betray you and chooses not to.